What's good, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to go over a brand new 6'4" Russell Westbrook build that I came up with in NBA 2K25. This is a build that I came up with for anybody who's brand new to NBA 2K25 that doesn't have any cap breakers unlocked at all. Now, if you have unlocked cap breakers, don't go anywhere because I'm going to show you guys a way to modify the build if you do have cap breakers already. This is something that I put some thought into because I know there's going to be a lot of players that get the game for Christmas, and you're going to be looking for a build that can compete on every single level. So if you're brand new to NBA 2K25 and you're looking for a build to create, I promise you're in the right place. And like I said, even if you're not new, stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys a way to modify the build if you do have cap breakers. And this is something you want to stick around for as well if you're new and you plan on unlocking cap breakers in this game. Now, if you're new and you don't understand what cap breakers are, just stay tuned. I'm going to kind of explain it in the video when we walk through this build. Now, we're going to jump into this build, but first, if this video helps you out in any way at all, please don't forget to hit that like button. Or if you want to see more build tutorial videos just like this, and I drop a lot of gameplay as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Now, I do want you guys to understand that I have created a build very similar to this already, so some of you guys might find this familiar if you're a returning subscriber, but this is going to be modified for anybody who doesn't have their cap breakers unlocked. So just like we did with my original point guard build that I've already created, we're going to go with the point guard position, 6'4", 230 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. Like I said, this is going to be a build for anybody who's new to NBA 2K25, and this is going to be a build that's going to be able to play both the offensive and the defensive end. I'm telling you, if you're new to this game and you're looking for a guard build that can do a little bit of everything, this is going to be the perfect build for you. So starting off, the build is going to have a 73 close shot, so we're going to have Bronze Paint Prodigy on this build. The build is also going to have a 70 driving layup, and once we take our strength up, this is going to give us Bronze Physical Finisher. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down to our physicals, and we're going to go ahead and take our strength up to an 85. That 85 strength is going to give us Gold Immovable Enforcer once we take our perimeter defense up. But for now, we're going to take our agility up to an 86. Your agility is going to affect your lateral movement, and your speed is going to affect your vertical movement. It's always best to have these as high as possible, especially as a guard. Now, scrolling down, we're going to take our vertical up to a 78. You need a 78 vertical for those contact dunks, combined with that 89 driving dunk that you're going to have on this build. You need a 75 vertical for that silver posterizer badge anyways, so you might as well get that 78 vertical to get those contact dunks. Now, keep in mind, an 80 vertical will get you Hall of Fame aerial wizard. The 89 driving dunk, I promise you, is the sweet spot. This is going to be all you really need. The 93 driving dunk is definitely a little bit more overpowered, but with that 89 driving dunk, I promise you, you're going to be finishing pretty efficiently at the rim. Now, scrolling down to the standing dunk, we're going to take this up to a 45. The 45 standing dunk is going to give you 2 standing dunk packages. So if you're new to this game, you're probably wondering why waste points on standing dunk. And that's because it's extremely cheap on these small guard builds. And having a 45 standing dunk is going to give you 2 different standing dunk animations. I have a build with it and I have a build without it, and I promise you, it definitely makes a difference under the rim. I promise I'm not trying to waste your guys' time at all, but I feel like if you're new to this game, some of the information that I'm giving you is going to be pretty important. So for our 3-ball, since you're new at this game, we're going to want to take this as high as possible, which is going to be an 89. And that's going to give us Gold Set Shot Specialist along with Silver Limitless. And if you're new and you need a jump shot for your build, go ahead and check the video link in the description. It's going to have all the animations for this build, including the jump shot, the dribble animations, and everything that you need. I'll leave that link in the comments as well, just to make it easier for you to access. Now, moving on to the playmaking, you're going to have an 85 passing accuracy on this build. If you're new to this game, you need to have at least Bronze Bailout, especially when you're trying to go up for a shot that you're not really ready for. You want to be able to pass out of those situations. Now, this is where having cap breakers really comes in clutch, because if we had cap breakers, we'd be able to modify the build to get an 89 passing accuracy right off rip, which I'm going to show you guys later on in the video. And then you would get the Tyrese Halliburton pass package, which is the best one in the game, along with Silver Versatile Visionary. Now, moving forward, we're going to go down to the ball handle. The build's going to have an 86 ball handle, just like we did on my original point guard build. This is all you really need. I actually have an 87, which gives me one of the Derrick Rose signature size up, but all you need is an 86 for that silver ankle assassin, silver unpluckable, silver handle for days, and the build also has Hall of Fame strong handle. And with an 86 speed with ball, we're also going to get gold lightning launch. So this build is already looking pretty solid in every single category except for the defense and the rebounding. But like I said, this is going to be a build for somebody that is new to this game. So for you, I highly recommend you have the most defense that you can on your build. So we're going to go with an 80 interior defense. And with that 6'11 wingspan, just think about that. You have almost a 7-foot wingspan and you're only 6'4". So when you're matched up against those smaller guards, you're definitely going to be able to stop them in the paint. And even those 6'6", 6'7" guards as well. This is definitely going to help you out in that situation. Now moving on to the perimeter defense, you're going to go with a 92 perimeter defense. This is going to give you gold challenger, gold on-ball menace, gold pick dodger, and along with that 85 strength, gold immovable enforcer, and Hall of Fame off-ball pest. Now moving on to the steal, you're going to have an 85 steal on this build. And with that 6'11 wingspan and getting gold interceptor, you're going to be toxic in those lanes. And with silver glove, you're definitely going to be able to get some on-ball steals as well. Now moving on to the block, we're going to take our block up to a 68, giving us bronze high flying denier. And if you're new to this game, every season you can unlock a tier 2 badge perk, so you can use that, and this build will have silver high flying denier. And combined with that 6'11 wingspan, once again, this is going to help you get some blocks in the paint. So you're going to be able to guard the paint and the perimeter on this build, especially with that 80 interior defense. And this build is with absolutely no cap breakers. Like I said earlier in the video, don't forget an 80 vertical will get you Hall of Fame aerial wizard. At this point of the build, we're not able to make that happen. We don't have enough. So instead, you can take your offensive rebound all the way up to a 75, giving you silver box out beast, along with that bronze rebound chaser that we already have for our 60 defensive rebound, giving you the ability to get offensive boards. And not only that, with that 89 driving dunk, you're going to be getting putbacks on the offensive end as well. Now, as you can see, you can only take your defensive rebound up to a 66. If you're following along, you can only take your agility up to an 87. You can't take your steal up much. You can take your standing dunk up to a 64. I wish you could take it up to a 65 because that would give us another standing dunk package, which would be extremely overpowered. But unfortunately, we're not able to make that happen with this build. The max is 64. So at this point of the build, I highly recommend just go ahead and put your offensive rebound up and get that silver box out beast. Take this up to at least a 75. Just keep your defensive rebound up to a 60, and then put those points in whatever other category you would like. You might as well put it on your free throw. You can put it on your block and get a 69 block. That might help a little bit. Or you can put it on your standing dunk and get a higher standing dunk. Since that's cheap, just do whatever you want. But we're going to put our free throw up to a 69. Now, if you're new to this game, I would highly recommend when you do unlock your cap breakers later on in the year, just add it to your driving dunk and get that 93 driving dunk, getting that gold posterizer badge. But like I said, if you would like to modify the build with cap breakers, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But just in case you were wondering, this does come out to being Russell Westbrook, just like I said. But I'm going to show you guys how to modify the build if you already have your cap breakers unlocked. And we're going to go through this really quick, I promise.
Now, if you're new to the game and you don't understand how the cap breakers work, I'm going to explain it really quick. I promise I'm going to make this as simple as possible. But pretty much, you can unlock +5 attribute points to add to your build. You got to do this by hitting starter 3, and you do this by getting rep. If you don't understand it, just look up some videos. There's plenty of videos that explain it. But if you already have your cap breakers unlocked, like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to modify this build. And this is going to be pretty crazy because you're going to see how much more you can get out of the build with cap breakers. So I have personally already unlocked my +5 cap breaker in my season 2 and season 3 +1 cap breaker. So we're going to take our mid-range down to a 74 and our 3-ball down to an 84. And then we're going to add our +5 cap breaker to our 3-ball, giving us our 89 3-ball back. And with this, we can take our defensive rebound up to an 80, unlocking silver rebound chaser, which is going to help out with those offensive rebounds as well and those offensive putbacks. And then you can take your driving dunk up to a 91, and if you would like, you can use your season 2 and season 3 +1 cap breaker to get a 93 driving dunk, unlocking gold posterizer. Now, this is something else that you can think about as well. If you plan on unlocking more cap breakers later on in the year, you can take your driving dunk back down to an 89, and then you can take your passing accuracy up to an 89, getting that Tyrese Halliburton pass package along with that silver versatile visionary badge, and then later on in the year when you unlock more cap breakers, you can just add those to your driving dunk. Now at this point in the build, I highly recommend you take that vertical up to an 80. That's going to unlock that Hall of Fame aerial wizard badge. You might as well put those points in that category and unlock that badge. And I'm not going to lie, man, this right here is looking like a triple-double machine, especially with that silver rebound chaser. That's going to help you out with those offensive rebound, especially combined with that 80 vertical and almost a 7-foot wingspan. I have a feeling that this build is going to be one of those builds that you could almost average a triple-double in the rec with. I'm honestly considering making this myself, I'm not gonna lie. I might make this later on in the year when I unlock some DC for my rewards, because this is looking pretty solid. And I really want to try out that 80 defensive rebound with that silver rebound chaser and just see what I can do with this in the rec. Now if you're new to the game and you don't have cap breakers, you can still make this build and unlock your cap breakers later. But finding a jump shot with the 84 3 ball might be a little bit of a problem, and knocking them down might be easier said than done. The only reason I recommend the first version for somebody that's new at this game is because you should have the highest 3 ball possible when you're playing this game brand new. And finding a jump shot for an 84 3 ball might be a little bit more difficult than finding one with an 89. You're going to be missing out on gold set shot specialist and silver limitless, and a lot of these jump shots that people use require around an 87, 88, and an 89 3 ball. But yeah, man, this is looking like a really solid build, especially if you're somebody like me that doesn't have a squad to run with, you don't have teammates, you run with yourself with randoms. You're going to be solid on every single end of the floor, the defense, the offense, the playmaking, the rebound, the physicals. You're going to be able to keep up with the 85 speed and 86 agility. It's going to be a really solid build that you can take into the 2s, the 3s, the rec, wherever you want, and you're not going to have to make another build later on in the year. So if this build video helps you out in any way at all, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more build tutorial videos just like this, or gameplay on any build that I create. If you made it to the end of the video and you watched it all the way through, I really do appreciate it. And if you're seeing this, that means it's Christmas Eve, and I really hope that every last one of you guys have a Merry Christmas and have a happy holiday. I hope that every last one of you guys get to spend time with your family and your loved ones, and I want you guys to know that I really do appreciate you.